Do you ever hear that little voice in your head that says, no, I don't think so, or I can't, maybe I won't? Well, today's video is for you. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of StarRow, soon to be Street Smarts and Stoic Hearts by StarRow. Today's video is going to tackle the topic of doubt. A lot of people have been doubting themselves, and this is just something that I feel concerned about. This is something that I've been hearing about lately. And I think today I just want to discuss, how do you overcome doubt? Before we can do that, let's just define what doubt is. And I'm going to put it up on the screen, by the way. So doubt as a verb means to feel uncertain about something. And as a noun, it's a feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. Pretty much the same thing for better words, but I just wanted to give full clarity. We'd actually have to discuss the difference between doubting something and not having belief. Doubt still leaves room for possibility. So it's more of an uncertainty than a certain decline. Basically, if you're doubting something, that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't believe, you're just unbelieving. Whereas unbelief just means you refuse to believe. You're not questioning whether or not it could happen or not. It's not a matter of, can I build a business? If you say, oh, I don't think I can build a business versus I won't be able to build a business. The first example is a doubt. The second example is me saying that I would not be able to build a business. And I think the best way to, to tackle this is, let's just get to the gist of it. The reason why you keep doubting yourself, if you're ready for the real answer, are you ready? Are you sure? Because you're human. You're a human being. See, that wasn't so hard. And, people are here. What do you mean by that, StarRow? Well, there's a poll that was done. Over 2,000 people showed that the average adult has 6 moments of self-doubt a day. It also emerged that adults 18 to 24 doubt themselves the most often, at 8 times a day on average. But the people who were 65 and older were the most assured, only self-doubt about 5 times a day. Now, obviously, what does that tell you? That definitely tells you that doubting yourself is a normal experience. So for the people who are doubting themselves and feeling like, oh my gosh, like I'm really doing this, I don't want you to think you're alone in this. This is a very common behavior amongst everybody. And the people you see who you may walk next to or work next to or live with or even admire, they're also experiencing doubt too. A lot of successful people you may look up to, such as Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, these people all experience doubt. The only question is how do they deal with the doubt? And in order to deal with doubt, we have to form a healthy relationship with doubt. Because I think what's really happening is that we've taken the concept doubt and we've formed unhealthy patterns with the word doubt. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's get a quote from a famous modern philosopher, Rene Descartes. If you would be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things. Right? Now, for those of you who do not know who Rene Descartes is, he's a great philosopher. He's known for Cartesian skepticism. Not something that I'm going to dive too deep into, but feel free to look it up. I suggest it. Very, very good thoughts. But in other words, doubting is a part of the human experience. And I'm going to flip it on you. Doubting could be for your own good. What do I mean by that? How could doubting be for your own good? Suppose I feel like I want to rob a bank, which I'm not going to. Hypothetically, I'm probably not going to do it because I doubt that I'd be able to get away with it. I'm more than likely I'm going to get caught. Right? So people could be doubting things, but they're doubting something because they want to do something bad and they know that it's likely that they're not going to get away with it. So that's doubt protecting people from making dumb decisions or bad decisions. Suppose I wanted to jump off of a 20-foot building. More than likely, I'm not going to do it. Why am I not going to do it? I have every single opportunity to do it. I mean, there's nothing stopping you, but I doubt that I'm going to survive, and I want to survive. So those are obviously very easy examples, but doubt does protect you from ourselves and from yourself and from myself. So don't look at doubt as saying like, oh, because I have doubts, that's a bad thing. Understand doubts are a good thing. And I'm just showing you that they often do protect us even more than hinder us sometimes. But how do we deal with it, and how do we form this great relationship with it? Experience is the master. And I'm going to put another quote up here. Stephen Wright, the famous deadpan observational comedian known for his one-liners, he has a quote. He says, "Experience is something you don't get until just after you need it." And I mean, guys, basically, in other words, most of the time, the only way you're going to challenge your doubts for progress, I'm talking about improving yourself, going to the gym, starting a business, or maybe trying to make better relationships, you're going to have to get the experience, and you can't avoid it. You see how he says you don't get it until just after you need it? Chances are most of us in our lives, and all these famous people or people you look up to, there was a time in their life where they didn't have experience. There was a time where Elon Musk was not the founder of Tesla or SpaceX. There was a time where Oprah Winfrey wasn't a talk show TV host. There was a time before LeBron James actually picked up a basketball. There has always been a time before everybody who you've known has actually done something. And in order to get the experience and to leave the doubt behind, they had to actually go and do it. Now that they have the experience, they don't really deal with the doubt. Their doubts are still there, but it doesn't weigh them down anymore. It's almost like being immune to something. And that's how I look at it. Try to be immune to the doubt based on just trial and error. You've got to practice regularly and improve your efficiency. You've got to continue to be consistent in what you're doing. So, for example, if you want to write a book and you're doubting it, well, the only way to get over that is you got to write the novel first. Write the novel, and then try to get it to a publisher. But if you do not write the novel, or you do not attempt to write a novel or anything, then you're not going to get it. As they say, 100% of the shots that you take, you have a chance of making. If you don't take any of those shots, though, you will definitely strike out at 0% completion. And obviously, undertakings or tasks that require a great deal of effort, seek mentorship or guidance from experts, people who know exactly what they are doing and they do have the experience, and they can help you find low pressure situations or situations where there's lower stakes to perform it. Give you an example. Suppose you're a singer. You want to sing, but you're afraid to sing. Find somebody who has a band, right? And if you doubt your ability, but you're able to sing, don't sing at a big concert where there's thousands of people there and there's a big expectation. Sing at a hole in the wall place or at a smaller event where there's less stakes or less pressure on you, so that way you can build up your confidence. So understand that you have to chip away slowly and slowly and slowly before these things go away. I just want to emphasize the starting point is the most important thing. We're going to put another quote from a great individual here, inspirational person. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Guys, embrace the imperfection and the learning. You've got to make mistakes. I know it sucks. Nobody wants to make a mistake, but you got to make the mistake, guys. You're not going to get it right, and you don't always have to be right. And sometimes the people who you think are right, sometimes they're wrong, but they're just so wrong so well that you think they're right. They are so good at not being doubtful about their wrongness that you actually think they're right. So every failure, every shortcoming, it's an experience. It's not the end, right? Just because you tried something today, it didn't work, it doesn't mean it's over. It just means what happened. Always ask yourself, what happened? What did I do? When you try again, look at what worked and what didn't work. Get to a growth mindset, right? There's a book by Carol Dweck about growth mindset. Read that book, if you're having an issue. But the idea is just understand that it's a journey. You're gonna have to embrace the learning aspect of it. And like I said, find the right people, right? Find people who are willing to take these steps. It doesn't have to be the same exact thing that you're doing, but find people who are not afraid of doubt as much as you are. Because chances are there are other people who are challenging their doubts on a regular. And you might need to find some of those people. Now, obviously, I'm not saying challenge your doubts to do stupid things, but to build yourself up or to become a better individual. You want to put yourself in the right community of people that are going to challenge you, not pressure you, but challenge you to do better. Now, if your closest friends right now, if you call your closest friend and you have something inspirational to tell them, and their first inclination is to knock it down, then I'm going to have to ask you to question yourself and say, what kind of company have you been keeping? Because think about it, you're struggling with doubt, but then you keep putting people around you who are doubting you and then doubting themselves. So how do you expect to see your life any differently? You are a sum of who you hang out with. So if everybody around you is talking doubtful, then you can expect to be doubtful as well. So find the right people and find the ones who are going to encourage you and also inspire you to take more risk and challenge yourself. Last but not least, guys, be compassionate with yourself. Understand that throughout this process, it's not going to be easy, but learn to understand that just because you had your doubts, like, it's okay. Like everybody else does. It's not the end of the world. Don't be so harsh. Like, if it doesn't work, just repeat, get up and try it again. You're going to knock back down. Most successful people, their story is not about those who just conquer. It's about the people who got knocked down the most and who choose to get back up. And just understand that, self-criticism does have its place. You do need feedback. You do need to grow to get better, but you can't criticize your step on the way there. You're not going to do everything perfectly. It's not going to go according to plan all the time. But the more you can get past all that stuff, the less it's going to bother you. So ultimately, guys, the experience to challenge your own doubt and to form a better understanding of doubt is going to be tackled by your willingness to basically push yourself and to gain experience and to understand that at the end of the day, be compassionate with yourself. And if you can be compassionate with yourself and the people around you cannot be compassionate towards you, that means you might need to get some new company. For example, I'm not a very big technology person. I would have never decided to get on a podcast, but with all that aside, I had to take a chance and I had to get up and get this camera and sit in front of you guys and talk to this inanimate object, right? So essentially, I've had my own doubts and I still do, but I'm still choosing to get up and make the decision to continue. And obviously, I'm not saying that as somebody who's amassed a lot of success, but I'm saying that as somebody who is also continuing to be consistent and to try to improve. So I'm also on this journey, and so many other people are. Even the people who you think have reached their destination, they're still challenging some doubt in some sort of way, shape, or form that we just don't know about. So stop doubting yourself and remember, believe in yourself, right? Not saying believe in unrealistic things. Just believe that if you keep doing the work, the answer will be revealed and you'll be able to have more peace with yourself. Thank you, guys. This is StarRow. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.